everybody, Bonnie here. I just recorded my Christmas extravaganza video and I thought, you know, let's do a little crochet and chat, a little catch up here. I'm sorry I had not posted any videos for like a couple of weeks. I didn't plan it that way, but you guys, I was running on empty. Well, first I'm going to show you what I'm crocheting, which is this. Can you tell what it is? I know you can't. Of course you can't. It's a hat. What? It's a hat. I'm doing short rows at the end here, and I forgot my stitch markers. They're over on my desk. Oh well, I'll be fine. And this is what it looks like though when it's actually finished. This was kind of like the prototype one I was making. I did not think it was gonna turn out so small. Like, this is tiny. This is like, I don't know, preschool size, it seems like. I was commissioned to make a couple of hats that kind of needed to look like they were knit, and I barely know how to knit. Like, I can make a square, kind of a square, but there's no way I could knit a hat. But this stitch here, I found a tutorial on YouTube. I can't remember which one it was. There's quite a few of them. I'll link them down below, the ones that I watched. But basically it's all slip stitches. Slip stitches in the back loop, and then you sew it together. It's like a panel. And I really like the way the top turned out. It was okay. I wasn't like hating all the slip stitches, but it did get pretty tight. I can't remember what hook size I used. Probably a 4 or something. The yarn is Lion Brand Pound of Love, so it's a little bit thinner. But like I said, this turned out way too small, and the people that want the hat, they want one in like a regular blue, not a light blue, and a red. So this was never intended to be the one that I was commissioned to make. This was just to see if I could do it and what I needed to change. So I changed a bunch. I had started making a scarf while I was at the library. I just like started to crochet it. And I liked the way it turned out. When I finish it, I'm thinking I might turn that into a video tutorial because it's pretty simple. And then that's the stitch or the stitches that I'm using for this hat. I am not doing slip stitches in the back loops. I tried it. I got a few rows, but if I like miss a stitch or whatever, it totally messes it up. Like, you can see it. And yeah, I didn't want it to be seen, like any mistakes in it, because this, I can't remember the name of the hat. I'll put it up up in the the air. It's for like some kind of a reenactment historical thing. That's why it kind of needed to look knit. I told the person though, I'm like, I don't know how to knit, so it's not gonna be knitted. And they're like, oh no, it's just fine, it's fine. They just wanted the style where it kind of like folds over and then there'll be a tassel on it. So it's actually pretty fun to make. I really like the color of this. This is Hobby Lobby's this Crafter's Secret Big Idea. It's the first time I've ever used this yarn, and I'm using a 4mm hook with it. So that's what I'm working on. I'm just going back and forth, and when it gets to be the right size, I'll make it look like a hat. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. What are you guys working on? The reason why I was not making videos for a couple weeks is because I was just drained. Like, I had been running on empty for a couple of months, you know, like, if you know, you know. Like, when you're an introvert and you're just like, you need your alone time. Like, I need my alone time to recharge. And I'm not talking, you know, being alone for like 5 minutes or going to the grocery store by myself. No, I'm like thinking, like, I need to not talk to anybody for a good couple of hours and just like decompress or whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's nothing major, like don't worry or anything like that, but I was just like running on empty. And then I get a little bit filled up and then I'd be like, oh, low fuel light is on again. But last week I was able to just like fill up and chill and get back to normal and just feel like myself again, because the girls and Nick, they went downstate and they went to Cedar Point also. So I had like 6 days all to myself, and I had all these grand plans before they left. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make like a video every day, I'm gonna get this done, I'm gonna crochet this, and nope. You know how many videos I made while they were gone? None. None. I thought about it, but I just was like, I can't talk. Like, I was just so drained. All I did, well, not all I did, but mostly what I did was take naps, and I watched the whole first season of Once Upon a Time. I've got it on DVD, and I started the second season. And because I used to watch that all the time, and I really missed it. I love fairy tales, and I just love that show. So then I'm like, okay, this is me time. Because if I put in Once Upon a Time, a DVD to watch while the girls are home, they like to make fun of it, meaning they like to make the characters say funny things, like they'll talk over the characters, and it's hilarious, but kind of takes the relaxing aspect out of watching that. So anyway, I took lots of naps and just like vegged out basically. Just, it was so nice to not have to make dinner. Like, it was one time I had cereal or something at like 9 o'clock at night. I don't even remember what I ate. Maybe it was frozen waffles or something, but it's just like, I don't have to like get dinner ready for anybody. It's just me. I had to feed the cats and the geckos, which I don't know if you ever fed a gecko live bug. Sometimes it's not that fun. But anyway, so yeah, that's where I was. I was just in a place where I was just needing to be like left alone and veg out, and now I'm getting back on track. So yeah, I mean, I had been crocheting too all that time. As I didn't lose my crojo or anything like that. I've got my bear in a box done, you guys. I will make a separate video to show you that, because that will take a while, and it's over there and I'm sitting down. So yeah, but I'll show you my bear in a box maybe tomorrow. I don't know. But yeah, so sometimes you just gotta veg out. I don't know how else to say it. Just like, I needed that alone time. I did get one project done, like a house project done while they were gone, because I can't really paint a lot while everybody's around, because, you know, they're in the way and stuff. And when you paint anywhere, like a room or whatever, it gets messy and stuff gets put out of place. Because what I did was I redid the kitchen counter. We don't have a very big kitchen counter. I'll put in a picture of it. It had these wooden, like, I don't know what you would call them, pieces of wood that, they were nice pieces of wood. It was Amish wood Nick had got, like, I don't know how many, more than 5 years ago or something, to put on the counter, because like we live in a really, like in an old house, and the kitchen was probably updated in like the 50s or something. It had that, I'm not sure if it's called Formica or whatever, kind of just like old countertop. And the previous owners did not use a cutting board. There were all kinds of like knife marks in it, and then, you know, like stains and dirt gets in there, and then you just couldn't clean it. And it was white, like off-white with gold flecks in it, and I don't know. I wanted to paint it, like, but Nick said no. He's like, that will never work. So we went with his idea, which was to glue this wood on there, and the end of the counters have like a lip on them, or not a lip, but like a curve to them, so we couldn't put the wood all the way to the edge. So I had painted with just like regular like wall paint, turquoise, and it like scratched off and stuff, so it looked really bad. And then water got underneath, and it's just, you could never clean it all the way, because the crumbs would get in between the wood. And we had made the wood like food safe or whatever. We put, I don't remember what it was. We had like put the stuff on top of it, like painted it and it wasn't shellac, but it was something for the top of it. So like the top of the wood looked okay, but if you really looked in the cracks, like there were cracks, and I told him, I'm like, I'm gonna paint this, I'm taking this wood off while you guys are gone, and I'm gonna paint the counters. But he didn't believe me. I did it though. It was a pain, like literally my hands hurt. I pried up all of the wood slats. Some of them came right off. But underneath the wood, like the back of the wood was a waffle type pattern, so it wasn't completely flat. So then the glue got in there, and then the glue on the counter was like not smooth. It was like waffly. I don't know. It was just gross. Like it was so gross. And so I scraped off the wood with like with a putty knife, and I got most of it off. That's what really hurt my hands. It took a whole day just to like prep the counter so that I could paint it. And then I soaked the rest of the glue in Dawn dish soap. I just like took a sponge with water and Dawn and let it sit on there for like 10 minutes or so, and then I like got the rest of the glue off. I was surprised I could scrape the rest of it off. Then I had to let it dry really good before I could paint it. And I love YouTube. That's what I use to find out how to do this. I'm like, I know people paint their counters. So this one guy, he had painted his with actual countertop paint. It's by Rust-Oleum, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, so I'm not crazy. They do make countertop paint. And then he made another video to update, you know, how it like lasted. And it got scratched. It scratched, and then water got underneath it, and then it bubbled up. And I'm just like, oh, I don't want to use that. So I kept looking on YouTube, and there was this lady who had saw another YouTube video, and the lady in the other YouTube video had used appliance paint. So this lady used appliance paint, and it looked awesome. Like, it looks really good. It's by Rust-Oleum too, this appliance paint. It only comes in white, and I'm like, that's what I'm going to use. And that's what I did use. You don't have to prime it at all. It's really, I really like this paint. I want to paint the whole house in this appliance paint, you guys. It did stink though a lot. I had the windows open, I had fans going. It was pretty stinky. And even after it dried, it took a few days for the smell to go away, but it was totally worth it. I did not prime it. I did 3 coats, and it looks really, really good. I'm excited to go in the kitchen now. I almost like doing the dishes because I bought a new, this is like, oh my goodness, you guys, the excitement when you're like an old adult. I bought a new dish pan. I had a black dish pan and I had a black dish rack. I don't have a dishwasher because our stove is black and our refrigerator is black, so I had like a black dish rack to match it. But I couldn't find another one because I wanted to get a new one, and I wanted to get a white one to match the counter, and I couldn't find it. I couldn't find one. I found a white dish, what is it called? Dish pan at Dollar General. Yeah, at Dollar General. But they didn't have any dish racks. I'm like, oh, so you guys, I had to buy crickets for the geckos, and the cricket place. I buy them at PetSmart, and next to PetSmart is a TJ Maxx. Well, I'm like, oh, they might have a dish rack there, but they probably don't. So I didn't go there. I should have gone there first. Instead, I went to like all the other places I could think of. Walmart had a white dish rack, but it didn't come with the tray that goes underneath it. I'm like, how useless is that? And they had like a stainless steel one for like $35. And I'm like, I don't want like that fancy of a dish rack, you know? And I really wanted white. I went a couple of other places, couldn't find them. I went to the Dollar Tree. I'm like, oh, they've got to have one. And they did. They had one, but it was like half the size of my old one. It was small. And again, no tray that went underneath it. So I was getting kind of frustrated. I was getting kind of hangry at that point, and I needed to go get the Cricuts. So I was like, you know what? Sometimes TJ Maxx has strawberry shortcake stuff, and maybe they'll have something in there. They did not have any strawberry shortcake stuff, but they did have a dish rack, and I love it. It's, I don't know, it's just perfect. It kind of matches the Keurig, the color of it, and the kitchen is looking pretty good. Now, the rocks that are glued on the wall as a backsplash, you guys, that was not my idea either. That was Nick. He like collected rocks with the girls at the beach and all this, and like beach glass and stuff, and then he's like, I want to glue these to the back of like the backsplash, because the previous owners had put some kind of a something that was like squares, like a fake tile, and then they had painted over it a few times. You could tell there was just thick paint on there, and then I painted over it, and it doesn't look good. So he wanted to put rocks on there, and I'm like, okay, sure. You know, anything's better than that. And I thought he was going to put them close together, but he didn't, and it looks polka dotted. And I've always hated it. So I thought, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to paint those rocks. Now, I haven't done it yet, and I did run this by him, and I ran it by the girls too, and they love the idea. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the background light pink, and then I'm going to paint all the rocks like strawberries. I want to have some like dark, maybe hot pinkish strawberries. I think that'll look really, really cute. So I'm kind of trying to redo my kitchen a little bit in strawberries. Right now the walls are a light turquoise color, and I like that color. I might keep that color for the walls, but it needs to be repainted. It's been like 10 years. So anyway, yeah, welcome to the crochet and kitchen chat. You guys probably noticed it's a little different back there. I can't hang up that puzzle because it needs to be in a frame. Like it's gonna fall apart. The girls actually glued it piece by piece to a piece of cardboard, but it needs to be in a frame, otherwise it's gonna get like all dusty and the pieces will eventually fall off. But a frame in the background here would just reflect the windows that are right behind you guys, and my ring light would just, it would be too like, and you wouldn't be able to see the strawberry shortcake puzzle because you'd just be seeing light reflections off of it. So I'm not sure where I'm going to put that. Maybe I'll put it in the kitchen. So yeah, but anyway, I took this, it's like a plastic basket. I had it on the, like when I did Vlogmas, it was behind me on the dresser where I had all those little bugs that I made. So I had Nick drill a couple holes or whatever and just drilled it to the wall, or screwed it to the wall. And that's all of my Dollar Tree chenille yarns in there. And then behind me is a wire rack. And it's, let me see if I can lift you guys up a little bit. I'm sorry if it makes you sick. But those are my scarves. And the cat, I got the cat from Michael's. I had to do it, you guys. I totally had to do it. So, yeah, oops, now we're crooked. Sorry. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, that right here is the back of a dinosaur. That's one of Brielle's dinosaurs. They're outside right now in their hammocks, so I just thought I would take the opportunity to talk to you guys. What am I doing here? I gotta figure out my stitch. And yeah, so I'm hoping to finish this blue hat by the end of the week, by next week, and then I need to make a red one. I was also commissioned to make a purse with a rose on it, and it turned out really cool. I have pictures of it that I'll put in right here. It was pretty tricky. The shell of it I had to buy, and yeah, and then like crochet a shell for it, I guess, like, you know what I mean. I had to to crochet something to put the purse into. So I'm confusing myself, but anyway, and then the rose was a YouTube tutorial. I can't remember who it's by, but I did have to change it just a little bit, and that tutorial was a little tricky because it's not, I mean, it's detailed enough where you can do it, and if you read the comments, there's some hints in there, but it turned out really good. I was surprised, and the person loved it. I was so happy that she loved it, and she wants a couple others. So the next one that I'm making is going to be an ivory one. I need to get the yarn for that, which I might do tonight. And then when I finish that, I will like show it to you and like really show you how I put it together and stuff. But yeah, so I've been busy crocheting little things. Thank you, those of you that have sent in pictures of fruity makes for my fun fruity summer mail. I didn't mean for the name to be so hard. The very first time that I like doing a make along. It's still going on. If you guys want to join, it's you just crochet or knit or craft something handmade and add fruit to it, or if it's like fruit already, like I crocheted that pear back there, and send me a picture through email. My email address is in the description box. It's going on until August 25th. And then on the 26th, I'm choosing 3 winners. I've been thinking about the prizes, and I want to show you guys what they will be. I'm putting together 3 like little fun packages. So yeah, one of these videos I'll show you guys all of the pictures that I've gotten so far. So yeah, what happens is if you send me a picture of your make, I will then tell you what number you are, and then I'm going to put the numbers in a spinning wheel, and that's how I'm picking the winner. And then the person whose number it is, like they'll know, and I'll announce it also, but then they will email me to let me know that, you know, they know that they won, and with their address and everything. I think that's gonna help cut down on the scamminess, because there was someone that was trying to trick me the last time I did a giveaway, saying something about my PayPal information. I'm like, no, I don't do that. You know, I don't do PayPal stuff for giveaways. So yeah, they had actually made a fake account and changed the person's YouTube name just a tiny bit, like they put a period in it. And I was like, I'm smarter than that, guys. That's one of the reasons I am afraid to sell on Facebook. It's just because of all of the scammers, you know. I don't think I want to do Facebook. I did create a Facebook page, like a shop, like Strawberry Bonnie Crochet shop, but I don't think I'm going to do anything with that. I think I might get my coffee shop going, like the Ko-Fi. How do you guys say it? It's Ko-Fi. I like how that website works, and you can just like, people can just like buy directly on there. I've got to do something. I've got 4 or 5 bins of amigurumis that are just sitting there that I haven't put anywhere to sell. I was thinking about doing eBay also, because I sell other stuff on eBay and I'm established over there, but people don't really go to eBay for handmade, for like crocheted items. And I don't know, but I would be driving my own traffic anywhere to wherever. I mean, I do have an Etsy shop, which I don't have anything in it right now. It's pretty sad. It's got like 7 sales, but I just did not like the user interface for Etsy. I just hated making listings there for some reason. I just didn't like it. And I don't like, I know they're trying to change things, but I don't like all of the made in China junk that's on there. It's not all handmade anymore. It's, I don't know. So that's my thoughts on that. I still use Etsy. I buy stuff from Etsy. don't feel bad if you, I'm not bashing you or anything if you use Etsy. Not at all. It's just not for me. No thanks. There's a train. I have the windows closed. Sometimes I get horn happy or whistle happy on the train. We live on a tiny little road. Yeah, they're whistle happy today, which is kind of by the mine, an iron ore mine. I can see the mine out my window, and they use the railroad tracks to bring explosives to the mine. So it's kind of a little dangerous, I guess. But yeah. Anyways, let me see. I don't want to mess up because I don't want to have to rip back this. I started putting together my hexacardy, but I didn't like how I did it, so then I ripped it apart. So it's at the stage. I've got the two sides done, and I just need to connect the sleeve parts and crochet around it or whatever. But I got frustrated when I was working on it, so that didn't get finished. That hasn't been finished yet. It will be done maybe in the fall. But you guys, I used thick yarn. I used the Karen Cakes, and that's like a number 4 yarn, and that's a warm cardigan, and it has been hot here, so I really haven't felt like working on it at all. Yeah, just making sure I'm doing the right things here. So that's what's been going on with me. What's been going on with you guys? Yeah, tomorrow is another library day. Briella said, quote, she was desperate to hang out with her friends at the library. They're so cute. There's her and these 2 other girls. They're just so cute at the library. They just love it. And then one of the moms and I, we usually crochet or hang out there too. But I don't know. She wants to go to the library for the next 3 days. They've got like a lot of activities. There's a Lego club tomorrow she'll be going to. And then on Thursday, they usually have stuff on Thursdays. That's where she met the girls. But they're not having those clubs tomorrow. Briella still wants to go, and her friends are probably still going to go. So they have like their own little club. The Thursday girls, the library. Yeah. And then Friday there's an activity for making mini bookcases, and so she signed up for that with her friends, so that'll be fun. Yeah, I don't think I'll be staying at the library for 3 days though. I'll just drop her off. She's old enough. She just had a birthday, you guys. Those of you that have been around a while remember when Briella like would show her little dinosaurs, and she was just like so cute. Oh my goodness. And now she's 13. Like, what the heck? She's 13. She had a birthday party with her friends, and people came. Last year she had planned this birthday party and she was so excited about it, and nobody came. It was heartbreaking. I didn't hear from the moms. Heard from like one of them, so I knew one of the girls wasn't going to be there, but then it was the day of the party when 2 of the other moms told me that they weren't going to make it. It was just like, I don't want to talk about it because it makes me upset. But this year there were like 11 kids at our house. It was crazy, and she loved it. And she needed that. And there was we decorated, and the banner that was supposed to say happy birthday was missing the Y in happy, so it said hap birthday, which we thought was hilarious. And then her friends sang hap birthday instead of happy birthday, so that was fun. That was also a reason why I was stressed out a couple of weeks ago, because of like planning all of that and hoping people were gonna come and stuff. So I'm glad that's over. All like the the major things are over, like the stressful things are over, I guess you could say, for the summer. I don't know. Last year was, excuse me, I'm sorry. Last year was not a great year for a lot of reasons, And this year is much better. So yeah, we're going downstate in August to visit some families for a few days. And let's see, next month, which is next week, is next month. It's almost August. It's Lydia's birthday. She's gonna be 20. Like, I wish she was still 4. Like seriously, 20. And then there's the fair. We always go to the county fair. I'm not putting anything in the fair this year. Maybe next year. I don't know. I just, honestly, I forgot about it. So yeah, there's that. And then I cannot wait for fall weather. Like, I really don't like the heat, like, at all. We don't have air, and we have fans, you know, and as soon as the sun goes down, we like open up the curtains and get some of that nighttime air in. It's 80 today, which it's been worse. I mean, it was 90 on Sunday, but 80 is still, it's still hot. Tonight, the wiretap said that the low is supposed to be 53, so I hope she's right, because I can't wait. There's another train. You hear it? Of course, it stops. But yeah, it's pretty good. I got another row done. Yeah, I've really haven't worked much in short rows. I did a couple of short row things for those 12 Days of Christmas Bugs by Complicated Knots last year for Vlogmas. But I kind of like short rows. They're not too bad. A Vlogmas this year. I'm already thinking about what I'm going to do. I have that pink plastic stocking, and I wanted to be making little advent pockets and putting them in there so that I would have enough little advent pocket thingies to open up during Vlogmas, during the month of December. But I need to get going on those because I haven't even looked at those in months. I don't even remember what I've got. So that'll be a future video. That'll be a future video. I'm thinking about, I mean not every day, but doing the 100 Days of Christmas, which starts September 16th. I might do that. I don't know. I would love to do videos every day, but I don't have the opportunity to record every day because I'm in the living room right now, and I don't have a craft room. I would love a craft room one day. One day, gotta get the girls on their own, and I'm taking over their rooms. All the rooms. Could have one could be like just a yarn storage room, one could be like a video room, the other one could be like a display room. They're making some kind of a noise outside. I don't know what they're doing. But yeah, so that's where I've been, what I've been up to. I don't want to take that long of a break between videos again, but I needed some me time, and I don't know. It's not like I don't know. I don't know. I feel a lot better now after having that week to myself and being able to recharge and trying not to let my battery get so low again, but it's part of the mom life, right? So I can hear the train again. Oops, I almost dropped this. I think the background looks okay. I might change it up a little bit. It's better than being plain, and I do like my scarves hanging right there because like on Sunday I can see them all, and I grabbed one to wear and I'm like, I like this arrangement. Maybe I can do like holidays with the scarves behind me. I don't know. I got most of them at Vinnie's for like 50 cents. I haven't been thrift shopping in a while. Not that I need any more scarves or any more stuff. I've been trying to get rid of stuff, trying to get the girls just to Well, you know what? They've been doing it on their own, actually. I haven't had to, you know, make them get rid of things. I won't make them get rid of things because when I was a kid, my parents threw away some of my stuff, and I'm not going to do that to my kids. I just, like, one of them was my strawberry shortcake display case, and they've got them on eBay for like 30 bucks. One of these days I'll get one. But I knew exactly where it was in the basement, and I was like in middle school or something, and I went downstairs to get it, and then it wasn't there. It wasn't on the shelf. So I asked my mom, she's like, oh, I threw that away a long time ago. And then one time my dad got in this clutter mood, and he just threw away all these toys that were in the basement. I don't even know what they were. And yeah, my sister and I were going through the garbage bags trying to take out what we could. So I let my girls decide what they want to get rid of. I help them, you know. It's like, if it's broken, if you don't love it, you really don't need to keep it. I love broken toys, especially when they were little, when they just had, you know, like toys they didn't even play with, and then it would get broke. I'm like, oh, we gotta get rid of it. It broke. Or sometimes I'd put them outside, and then they'd get ruined outside, like plastic toys. Not anything good. They are coming inside now. I can hear the door. So I will let you guys go. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll be seeing you soon. Bye, everybody.